Hi everyone, MONADO Max here. We're filming a YouTube video today because the show must go on. Even with me being sick, coughing, blowing my nose, not feeling myself at all, the show must continue because I am built different. Do you see your favorite YouTubers out there still providing you content when I am absolutely horrible? I mean, my voice has gotten a lot better, but oh my god, you guys should have seen me a few days ago. My friends were making fun of me. It was actually pretty bad. I don't know. My voice was like high, down. It was like all over the place. I don't think it's as bad today, but the show must continue. We're not stopping content. We're uploading twice a week, every week. I don't care. Today's video, we're going to be talking about Metroid Prime 4. Prime 4 has probably been one of the most talked about Nintendo Switch projects for a very long time because we know absolutely nothing about it. It was announced back in June of E3 2017. 2017. That was 7 years ago. Let's see, so I'm 20 right now. I was 13 when that game got announced. Oh my gosh, it's almost been a decade since we've heard about Metroid Prime 4. Everyone's wondering where it is. We got a slight update back in 2019 about Metroid Prime 4 where they announced that what they made was garbage, that they're canceling it. And they hired Retro Studios to do Metroid Prime 4 in 2019. So they restarted development, scrapped everything that they made from 2017, 2018, all that stuff. It must have been horrible because Nintendo doesn't scrap stuff. It takes a lot for them to scrap something. I mean, have you seen that Princess Peach game? I'm surprised they haven't scrapped that. I mean, that just goes to show a game must have been absolutely horrible for them to have scrapped something, because I look at Princess Peach and I'm like, wow, wonder why that wasn't cut. But we have heard nothing about Metroid Prime 4. We're here in 2024. We've been having no updates about the game. We're here really on the final years of the Nintendo Switch. You know, you would think that we're going to be hearing about this game very soon. At least something, especially since it is coming out for the Nintendo Switch. And it appears the next Nintendo console is coming out next year, 2025. So where is Prime 4? What's going on with the Prime games? Not to mention, last year was a huge year for Metroid Prime because they dropped the Metroid Prime Remastered, which everyone played that and talked about how great that remaster was, that it's one of the best remasters of all time. Also, not to mention, we're still missing the rest of the Prime games. We don't have 2 or 3 on to the Nintendo Switch, which a lot of people thought that was definitely coming to the Switch after Prime Remastered was released out of nowhere. These Prime games have been rumored for the Nintendo Switch for so long. I'll never forget how long the Prime trilogy was supposed to be coming to the Switch. That was like one of the first Nintendo Switch leaks out there, that Metroid Prime trilogy was going to be coming to the Nintendo Switch. And I guess it kind of has come out since we got 1, but we're still waiting for 2 and 3. And all these leakers and rumors are like, yeah, 2 and 3, it's on the way. Don't worry, on the way. Just stay tuned. 2 and 3, it's coming. Which, if 2 and 3 is coming to the Nintendo Switch, this is the year to release it because we don't know what's going on with the second half of the Nintendo Switch lineup. We have nothing for July after. We have nothing after June. We don't know what's going on. So they could probably sprinkle in these final Metroid games for this year. But still begs the question, what about Prime 4? If you're going to release Prime 2 and 3 this year, why are you going to release Prime 4? That doesn't seem like a good marketing strategy to have so much Metroid in one year, which I agree. Which is why we're talking about a potential tinfoil theory of mine that I've been going on about with Metroid Prime 4 since the day the game was announced. I've always said that Prime 4 was going to be a Twilight Princess / Breath of the Wild situation, where the game's just going to take so long to develop that we're going to be entering the end of the Switch cycle and we're going to be entering the next console phase. I think that's what's happening here. Metroid Prime 4 is going to be the final Nintendo Switch release out there, and it will come out the same day as probably when the next Nintendo console launches. I could see Prime 4 being a launch title for for the next Nintendo console, and it's going to be a cross-hybrid release of Switch, and I guess for the point of the video, we'll just call the next console Switch 2. So this game is going to be on both platforms, and they're going to promote how great the game looks and runs on Switch 2. Because if Prime 2 and 3 is to come out this year, it doesn't make sense to have 3 Metroid games come out the same year. 2 and 3, and then release the big one that everyone's been waiting for, Prime 4. Something's not going to sell well, and I think 4 is the higher chance of not selling well when you have so much Metroid. Which we could be wrong. Metroid Prime 4 could be coming out this year. You know, there has actually been a tweet, I believe, from Retro Studios that they're hiring somebody to play their games. And, you know, Metroid Prime 4 is what they're probably talking about there. So they have stuff already cooked. They have a working demo ready to show off for Metroid Prime 4 from what it sounds like. So it sounds like we are definitely hearing about Prime 4 this year, which could very well mean that it's coming out this year, and maybe there's no Prime 2 and 3 remasters out there. Maybe those don't exist, which is wild to me and going to be such a huge missed opportunity if they don't have 2 and 3 out on the Switch. I think having a platform with all the Prime games would be huge for Nintendo. Not to mention, I think a lot of people would love to see 2 and 3 get the same treatment that Prime 1 got because of how great that remaster was. The pre-orders for Prime 4 have also been popping up, but these pre-orders have existed for a long time. I think it's just a coincidence, but there has been times when these pre-orders just drop. It tends to lead to potentially that game coming out that year or hearing some news about it very soon. I think we're going to definitely see Metroid Prime 4 news this year. It has to happen this year because, I mean, the Nintendo console is coming out next year. According to leaks, and you know how we feel about the leaks and rumors for the Switch 2, something Nintendo console related is probably happening next year. And if that is the case, then Prime 4 is having to come out either this year or next year. I don't think they're going to cancel the Switch version and then just move it completely to the Switch 2. I don't think they can legally do that, but I might be wrong there. I think Nintendo definitely believes in Metroid being a big potential holiday seller, so they could have Prime 4 be their big Christmas game, because we're not, as of right now, doesn't seem like we're getting a big Christmas game from Nintendo. You know, typically there's like a Pokemon release that Nintendo promotes heavily as their Christmas release, or they'll have, like, you know, last year they had Mario Wonder. That was heavily promoted by Nintendo as their big Christmas release. We don't have anything of that yet, which, again, we could see change at random times. You know, that direct from the June direct from last year, we saw so many Switch titles get released at once, and it was all coming out that year. That's the direct where Mario Wonder actually got announced. So, I mean, it could just be one of those situations that we'll figure out what that big holiday game is from Nintendo in June. We know it's not a Pokemon game. We got Legends Arceus coming out early next year, supposedly. And then I think that's confirmed, early next year for the Nintendo Switch. And then some people are speculating that it's going to be a cross-hybrid because of the words that was used on the tweet, because it was like Nintendo Switch Family Systems or something like that, which I think Nintendo was really just meaning the Switch Lite, but whatever makes people feel at peace with the decision. I don't know. I truly don't know what's happening with Prime 4. All I know is we could definitely say we are probably hearing news about Prime 4 in the next Nintendo Direct. I feel very confident in that. That would be like if I made a prediction video for the June Direct, assuming there is a June Direct, there typically is, but I think that is going to happen. Prime 4 is going to be there. We're going to figure out what the game looks like, and maybe we'll get a release date. The thing I truly don't know is, what about Prime 2 and 3? What's happening with Prime 2 and 3? Is that actually not going to happen? I would love to see those games on there, and I think if they want to move Prime 4 to next year, I think if you sprinkle in Prime 2 and 3 for this year, I think people would be very happy with that. But I don't know, the Nintendo community, they're very weird about things. It takes a lot to please those Nintendo fans, what can I tell you? That's everything we have on Metroid Prime 4 right now. I want to know what you guys are thinking. When are we going to see this game? Is it going to come out this year? Is this Nintendo's big holiday game? I don't know, so many possibilities. I could see it being a holiday release this year, but I mean, I've said it since 2017. I've always felt that that was going to be a launch title for the next Nintendo console. And I just want to say, I got that in 2017. I was the only person that said it. 2017. I think every time, I think closer to 2020 people started to put in the idea that Prime 4 was going to be on the next Nintendo console. But I am the only YouTuber out there since 2017 that has thought Prime 4 is going to be on the next Nintendo console. My editor could confirm it. If he's saying that did not say anything about that, dude's lying. I got it right. I have been talking for literally too much because I can feel my voice changing. I don't know. I can't hear as well also, so maybe my voice actually sounds totally normal. I don't know. I need to stop because I can also feel a cough is about to happen. So make sure to backslash that subscribe button. Like the video. Check out my Twitter. Check out my Instagram. Check out whatever else is in the description below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Whew, we did it. I got through it. I can now rest again. What a horrible few days it's been like this with this sickness. I don't even know what I have because I don't know. I don't know.